All right, I'm happy with that.
Okay, you go.
Okay, I go. Okay.
What the
Squeaky
fuck is
bell.
that?
Squeaky bell. Maybe it could sound creepy.
Oh.
Creaky bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a creepy pasta, but it's a creepy bed. The bed was alive
creaky
the whole
bed.
time.
Oh God, it's gonna swallow me up. Okay. That's what it feels like. Okay, right. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Okay. Let us know the stories you want to hear. Rate and review Me Time and Murder on Apple Podcast and mention the British or Irish case. Oh, that's really hard to say.
It's so hard to say.
Oh fuck. Okay. I was doing so well. Okay. Right.
You were.
Oh damn it. Okay. I'm
Just
gonna go now.
here, just do it slower.
British
or Irish.
Irish. Okay. I need to take a sip of tea. Okay. Let us know the stories you want to hear. Rate and review Me Time and Murder on Apple Podcast and mention the British or Irish case you would like us to cover.
Warning: Me Time and Murder is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Oh, for God's sake, here
Dancing
it goes.
around him, reciting poetry. Yes.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
No. Why? Oh, well, big surprise.
Oh God. Dead on the bathroom floor.
Did it? Okay. Oh.
Trez, what are you drinking?
So today I've got another pucka number. It's a peppermint and licorice, a sweet and deliciously refreshing organic thrill.
Oh. Are you thrilled?
Oh, it's pretty thrilling. It's as thrilling as a tea can be. I do really like licorice. I like licorice in a tea a lot. Kind of nice and sweet, and it's something just a little bit different.
Licorice has got a real bite. It's got depth.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it's you really notice it. What about you? What have you got today?
I'm having another detox yogi tea. Feeling quite bloated, so hopefully this will help. What about your face? What have you got on?
I'm going to be putting on the L'Oreal Pure Clay Purity Mask. So it's the kind of mint green one. It's the mattifying one. Has like eucalyptus and then all your kind of normal sort of clays. I'm assuming it's like kaolin and
I love eucalyptus.
Types of clays in there. So that's going to help. What about you?
This time I've got the JM Solution Marine hyaluronic acid mask on this time. I've got a lot of these. They come in a box of 10. So I've got like 10 of the honey ones and 10 of the marine ones. So I'm sort of like making my way through them instead of buying another box of 10.
Yeah. Is it like marine collagen?
Yes. Okay, Trez. Do you know about the disappearance of Annie McCarrick?
I don't think so.
I've seen this case on Instagram and I'd never heard of it before. I started looking into it. Annie McCarrick was an American from Long Island, New York, and she moved to Dublin in January 1987 to study. So she studied in Dublin for 3 years. Then she returned to America in 1990, studied some more, and then in January 1993 she moved back to Dublin. She was working as a part-time waitress in a cafe with the intention of becoming a teacher and settling down in Ireland. Within a few months, March 26th, Annie disappeared. That day, Annie asked her friend to join her for a day trip, but the friend declined. So, on her own, Annie headed to County Wicklow Mountains.
Oh.
Very beautiful mountains. Before she left, CCTV captured images of Annie withdrawing money from her bank account. Then she did a grocery shop and returned to her apartment at 3. 40 minutes later, she was on a bus headed to Enniskerry, County Wicklow. And that was it. She's never been seen since.
Jeez.
Now, there are potential sightings. Between 9 and 11 p.m, people claim to have seen Annie at a popular pub she had been to before, 4 miles outside of Enniskerry. The sighting is thought to be credible, but it isn't confirmed, as there's no CCTV, no credit card used, and no phone calls were made. We have eyewitness saying she was there, but nothing tangible.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was talking to a young man in his 20s who was wearing a wax jacket.
Guilty.
I looked. Annie was there to go to a traditional Irish music night, but she didn't realise that there was a 2 punts cover charge. Remember when it was punts in the south?
Yeah. Was it really like that in 93?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
It only changed to the euro in 2001, I think.
What?
Yeah, the euro has not been around that long.
Wow.
So Annie didn't realise that there was a 2 punts cover charge, which is about £2. The guy in the wax jacket paid for Annie's entrance and then continued to buy her drinks all night.
Ugh, you owe him nothing.
Yeah, girl, you don't owe him anything.
Ah.
Ugh. No one's seen the pair leave the pub, so it is unknown of what time they left and if they left together or not. The man's identity is still unknown to this day.
What?
Yeah. People doubt that Annie would have walked to Enniskerry, where she was staying, an hour and a half away from the pub.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's like 6 miles, 5 or 6 miles, and it takes an hour and a half to walk it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would she have walked that if it was dark, wet, cold, and raining?
And she's had a few drinks.
And she's had a few drinks. And I've walked home from the town home, but that's only like a half-hour walk.
Yeah. Like I might walk like 40 minutes or an hour max, but hour and a half just seems... And you're more exposed. The longer you're out there, the more likely something to happen. You know, you don't want to... No, I don't think any woman would want to walk for that long.
So maybe he gave her a lift. Maybe somebody else gave her a lift.
And no taxi men lifted her that night, obviously.
I don't think so.
Well, if she couldn't pay for the £2 into the pub,
she's not going to pay for a taxi.
Yeah. So she got a lift.
Maybe. There is also doubt whether she was at the pub at all. Would she have walked the 5 miles in the dark, cold rain to go to a pub in the first place? Her family and investigators are still looking into other leads to this day, and it's still an active case.
The last sighting you said was at the sort of ATM taking out money and then getting on a bus?
Yes. So the last...
And then that's it.
Like, official is she's on CCTV taking out money.
And Enniskerry is the town near like Parscourt.
Yeah.
So she wasn't going to like Parscourt in the mountains, was she?
She was going to the Wicklow Mountains. Like, you know, there's a lot of different areas. I don't know which area she was going to.
So she wanted to go to Enniskerry town.
Yes.
And then go from there to the mountains.
Yes. Like the next day or...
But her friends feel bad for letting her go off on her own.
So bad.
Slightly weird thing to do on your own.
Yeah, I feel like especially as a girl, like as a woman.
As a young woman, it's just... I know it shouldn't be that way. We should be allowed to go off and do whatever, but it's the reality.
Investigators are looking into other leads. One of the leads was, at the time, an employee of a small coffee shop called in. They believed that they saw Annie with a man in the coffee shop on the afternoon of her disappearance. Apparently, the man paid for Annie's food and the two of them left. Perhaps this is the man who took Annie.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, well, could that not have been the same guy? Like maybe they went to the pub then.
Yeah, I was wondering as well. Like she's talking about a man, whereas the guy in the pub sounded a bit younger. Is this the same guy or not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be the same guy. And why the heck does nobody know who this guy is?
Nobody knows who he is. Isn't that strange?
Maybe he just happened to be there as well.
Right.
But then if he's not from the area, just talk this out a wee minute, in order to bring her back somewhere, do whatever with her, hold her captive or kill her or whatever, he would need to be staying in some kind of hostel or hotel or, with relatives, or he didn't just come to that town and not stay anywhere.
I don't know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't just come to a town, kill a girl, throw in a ditch, and then just move on to the next town. He didn't premeditate that. He didn't know what was going to happen. Well, maybe she did arrange to meet up with this guy and we'll meet in this town. We'll get a hotel. You don't know, did they go through her phone or texts or
I don't think there was phones in 1993.
Was it internet? Did we have internet?
I don't think there was internet in 1993.
It just feels like these things always existed.
I know, right?
I suppose they didn't.
Today, you can ping people's GPS off cell phone towers and stuff.
Because I'm just wondering, You know, like, it's one thing to meet up with a guy at a pub in the evening, a rando, a stranger, you know, but it's another thing to just have lunch with a random. You know, it's that lunch sounds like it was arranged. You know, just bump someone in the middle of the day and be like, hello, stranger, let's have lunch, you know.
Yeah, it's quite strange, isn't it? Well, unless he wasn't a stranger.
But that's what I'm saying. If the lunch is true, she had to have known him and arranged to meet with this person.
So concerns about Annie's whereabouts began when she didn't show up to collect her wages the following day, as well as missing out on a friend's dinner party. On the 30th of March, 4 days later, Annie became an official missing person. Numerous searches by authorities in the Wicklow Mountains and surrounding areas have turned up nothing.
So they thought there might be a dead body on the mountain.
So there are some theories and some suspects. In July 2020, it was announced that there is a significant new lead in relation to the Annie McCarrick case. And in 1995, a book written by an ex-detective revealed that one of the credible suspects at the time was a former IRA member who was a child rapist and murderer who fled to the United States around the same time to escape prosecution. But a popular suspect is Larry Murphy. In 2000, Larry Murphy, who hails from a town called Baltinglass, which is close to the Wicklow Mountains. Larry Murphy was convicted for the abduction, assault, rape, and attempted murder of a young woman. Murphy kidnapped the woman by putting her in the boot of his car, driving towards the Wicklow Mountain and stopping along the way to beat and rape her. At the Wicklow Mountains, Murphy was attempting to suffocate the woman with a plastic bag. When he was happened upon by two hunters who knew him.
Could you imagine? Larry, what are you doing, Larry?
It's crazy.
Oh.
Do you want to guess how long he got?
For that? Oh, Jesus Christ, don't make me angry. It better be more than fucking like 3 years or something.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
No, he got longer than that. Murphy was sentenced to 15 years.
So he's now out after the 15 years.
And he served 10, so he served like 2/3 of his sentence.
Oh, see, that's the part that pisses me off.
And apparently there was a lot of people who were not happy with him getting out because he never showed remorse and he refused to go to any therapy classes. Like, he didn't do any rehabilitation while in prison.
He's just biding his time till he can do it again.
Since released in 2010, there has been a lot of speculation he is the one responsible for the string of missing women.
Oh, there's a string?
And that in the 90s, Annie McCarrick was the first of several women to disappear in the area, known as Ireland's Vanishing Triangle.
Oh, God.
And that's where we will pick up next time.
Why? We're going to cover that story
in the next episode.
Fuck me. Ireland has like vanishing triangles, pedophile circles. What else have we got? It's not good.
We're digging up all the dirt. Are you excited to learn about Ireland's Vanishing Triangle?
Excited and terrified all at the same time. Can't wait until the next episode. See you guys. Slán Abhaile.
Bye. Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing that little bye at the end. You can cut my bye out. You're going bye and I'm like, I must have the last word.
You always have the last word. You always say something really daft at the end, so I always leave it in.
Don't leave it in. Don't leave it in. Me Time and Murder would like to thank and acknowledge our sources that make this podcast possible. References can be found on our Instagram page.